You know that phase, right? If you don't know what liquidity is, then you're the liquidity. Well, that's actually true. But why is it important? And how does not identifying liquidity on your chart can cost you dollars? Let's break it all down what liquidity actually is, where it comes from, and how's it used. See, in simple terms, liquidity is the fuel that moves the price. Think of price like a car. To move from point A to point B, a car needs a fuel, right? In the same way, market needs liquidity, price needs liquidity to move from one level to another. And who drives this car, who moves the price, are your big institutions like banks and hedge funds. We call them smart money. They use retail traders, that's like you and me, our money, to move the price wherever they want. So that's why if you don't understand what liquidity really is, you are unknowingly becoming their fuel. Now, the real question is, okay, DJ, liquidity is the fuel. I get that. But how do I see it on my chart? Like, literally see it. For that, you need to know its definition. The definition says that any pending or resting orders are called liquidity. Basically, the easy areas. Okay. And to literally see those easy areas, you need to know how you place your orders. And there are only two ways, either you buy or you sell. Buyers take long position and sellers do short position. Right. let's look at let's look at this price. Let's take this example. From this point onwards, some traders are expecting the market to go up, and others are expecting the market to go down, right? And because of that expectations, buyers are going to place their their long position, and sellers at the same time are going to place their short positions, right? That means buyers put their buy stop above high, and sellers at the same freaking time put their stop loss above high as well. And if you don't know what buy stop is, that's basically you buying at a price, at a specific price you want, right? So now, as buyers put their buy stop above high and sellers put their stop losses above high, both of them are your buy orders resting above high, right? And this is just a buyer's and a seller's buy order. There are millions of trades placed at the same time, and the cluster of all of these buy orders give you a buy side liquidity above high. And then what smart money do is they trigger these the all of these buy side liquidity that's present above high to place their big ass sell orders. And this is how this buy side liquidity becomes a fuel for them to move the price down in their desired direction after a stop hunt. This hunt that you see, that made the price to go down, this is known as, you can call it as a liquidity grab or a liquidity hunt, whatever you want, right? And at uh, and the same logic applies. I just glitched for a second. The same logic applies to the sell side liquidity. Here, sellers put their sell stop below low, and at the same time, buyers put their stop losses below low. Both of these are your sell orders resting below low. And again, the cluster of all these sell orders creates a sell side liquidity below low. And then what smart money do is, again, they trigger all of these sell orders to place their buy orders and make the price go up in their desired direction. Also, who are these buyers and sellers? When the candle go up and down, I have explained that in candlestick video, so you can just check that out. So now, this was uh, the, technically this is how a buy side and sell side liquidity is generated. Now, emotionally, buy side liquidity is generated when buyers are greedy for more upside, and at the same time, sellers are either forced to sell, uh, out of fear, or they're simply taking their profit. And in the sell side liquidity, sellers are now greedy for more downside because their profit lies downside. And buyers are again either forced to sell in fear or are simply taking their profit when their TP hit. Let me just show you buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity on chart so you can understand it better. Your buy side liquidity, I think this is, yeah, this is today's chart. Your buy side liquidity got triggered, above high side liquidity got triggered, price moved downward, right? Now let's take another example. Your sell side liquidity got triggered, market moved up. We'll discuss more of it when we finally move to the charts. Let's talk about why smart money needs liquidity. See, these big boys with their big ass money, they cannot just press buy and sell like we do. Their orders are huge. So that's why they target these easy areas where a lot of orders are already present, like the highs and the lows that we talked about. And these easy areas allow them to fill their orders with minimum slippage. That's like an extra cost that we give as our commission and spreads when we place our orders, right? And if these easy areas are not naturally present, then they create those areas through manipulation before continuing their real move, right? These easy areas, they can be called as liquidity zones. And remember, I said zones. If you try to find liquidity in every single candle, you'll faint. So stick to these zones and ranges, and they can be your highs and lows, that's your buy side and sell side liquidity, your equal highs and lows, your previous day's highs and lows, your session highs and lows, your range boundaries, trend lines, these cluster of liquidity in a specific area, like I see one here. Your cluster of, this is cluster of liquidity, a pool party going on here. We can call it as liquidity pools. And sometimes smart money, they don't wait for these obvious highs and lows. They just, if price has moved inefficiently, like if it has created any kind of market imbalances, like any kind of fair value gaps and order blocks, then they use those areas to fill their orders and continue their move up or down in whatever direction they want. Right now, let's move to the chart and mark all of the liquidity that we have discussed about, right? Okay. I don't talk too much, so sometimes it gets difficult for me to talk continuously. That was an insider information. See, this area that you see, this is the liquidity generated out of an imbalance. The smart money filled their order and made the market go up in that direction. Again, smart money use these sell side liquidity, sorry, buy side liquidity, resting above high made the price go down. They use this buy side liquidity again, a high liquidity made the price go down. You can fast forward it. I know, I'm sure you're doing that. Your sell side liquidity got taken, market moved up. Uh, 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 let's. I see a lot, literally everywhere. Sell side liquidity got taken, sell side liquidity got taken, market moved up. Here again. Your buy side liquidity got taken here, market moved down. This is like your, I think it's a pool. No, And these are your equal highs. Your equal highs got taken, market moved down. Now this is a pool that's got taken, market moved down. Your lows got taken, market moved up. The highs got taken, market moved down. And I am trying to find equal highs and lows. They are literally everywhere. Now I want them. They won't decide to show up. Your equal highs got taken. Market moved down. Let me, your equal lows got taken here. Do you see these equal lows? They got taken here. Market moved up. This is the pool that got taken. The pool got taken here. Market moved down. Let's move to another time frame, or we are just gonna stuck here. Sorry. Your sell side liquidity got taken. Sell side liquidity got taken. Market moved up. Your pool got taken here. Market moved down. Oh my god, do you see this perfect hunt? This hunt got taken, market moved down. This was the one that was got taken. Everywhere, literally. Taken, market moved down. Do I have to mark all of these? Let's just find some kind of equal highs and lows. We did. Let's find some equal highs and lows. I cannot see anything. See anything. Your highs got taken. Market moved down. Where are these equal highs and lows? I see them everywhere, literally. Now I want to show you guys. Your pool got taken. Yeah, a pool got taken, market moved up. Your equal highs got taken, market moved down. Do you want to move to somewhere else, to another time frame? This pool got taken, market moved down. Let's move to somewhere else. 1 hour? Do you want to move to 1 hour time frame? That's price. Your highs got taken, market moved down. I feel like gold. Your equal highs got taken here, market moved up. Your equal highs got taken here. Hey, I'm not obsessed with equal highs and lows, okay? Your equal highs got taken here, market moved down. Literally, your high got taken here, market moved down. The high got taken here, market moved down. Let's go to some other time frame. Your equal lows got taken here, market moved up after that. Right, didn't it? Huh? Liquidity is like the baddie that everyone wants, and price is like the lover boy. always after liquidity. Your equal lows got taken, market moved up for days. Let's mark previous day's highs and previous day's lows, then we are done for the day. This gets so annoying. Previous day's highs and lows, right? Market opened around here, 16, around here, made a low here, a low here. Let me just made a low here and made a high here. This is your pool. It is right. And then made highs here. What did the market do? Made a low, took that low, moved up. Made a high, took that high, made a move down. Again, made a low here, a small low. Took that, moved the price up. Right. And finally, I was trying to find equal highs and equal lows. Oh God, I'm going to see equal highs and equal lows in my dream. I'm sure about it. Your equal highs were taken here, made a pullback. Market took this high and and took this high again, made the move down. Also, I wanted to tell you something that you might be thinking that why didn't the market go here or here or here? Like, see, smart money does not need to take all the extreme highs and all the extreme lows. They only need liquidity to fill their orders, whatever order they want to fill at that moment. And if they if they start taking, you know, every extreme high and every extreme low, then they are only going to be moving in one direction, and that's not how the market moves, right? You know that, right? I think we are done for the day, or do you want to mark some more? I can keep going, literally, I can keep going. I love this concept. Your lows got taken. These are your equal lows got taken, market move up. Let's just I think these are your equal highs. Did we took them? If we didn't, then no, not yet. We didn't go there yet. Okay, let's not obsess over it. Right. So what we discussed is only the foundation of liquidity. There's more to it, like liquidity run and liquidity sweep, external and internal liquidity, and other related concepts. But still, liquidity is only a part of a complete strategy. Any strategy that does not matter. It basically shows us that where smart money is likely to go so we can trade with them in their direction and have our profits. My point is, do not start, you know, just jump into live trading just because you've learned one concept. I say this all the time. Your real money is precious, and protecting it is as important as multiplying it. Practice first, practice. Whatever you learn, wherever you learn from, back test it, live test it, build confidence in your strategy before you go live. I'll give you something to practice today. Open any chart, try to mark buy side and sell side liquidity on any time frame, and if you cannot find it in one go, that's okay. I didn't either when I was a newbie. So don't go into a self judgment, or don't try to panic. I know how market can be sometimes. Try to learn again, rewatch, practice again, okay? And we'll cover more about liquidity step by step in next videos. And until then, teacher signing out.